Warning, this is a video designed to explain the hypocritical behavior of the YouTube user BlakeBarbieDoll. In no way are we trying to attack this user in any way, but rather point out that if someone chooses to become an advocate for a group of people, they must learn to humble themselves, and not put others down, especially the very group of people she is advocating for. The YouTube community is very unique. This is because YouTube consists of people from all walks of life, and consists of people who always have things to offer. In our experience, we have noticed 3 types of people on YouTube. 1. Those who come to entertain. 2. Those who come to spread knowledge about the world, and offer their opinions about certain issues. 3. Those who come to bring other people on YouTube down. They are also known as trolls. The user BlakeBarbieDoll falls under the categories of 2 and 3. Who is BlakeBarbieDoll, you may ask? BlakeBarbieDoll is a YouTube user who claims to be an advocate for black women. She formerly made videos about the issues plaguing black women and the black community. However, our problem is that, as former subscribers of hers, we have found out that throughout watching her videos and reading some of her comments, she has proven to be very hypocritical, negative, ignorant, and finds pleasure, in some cases, in putting down anyone who is against her. This is not right. The foundation of making an argument is to present your issue, provide evidence, and then if necessary state your opinion on it. When Blake makes an argument, she presents the issues, offers stereotypes as evidence, and then states her opinion on the issue. Now this wouldn't even be a problem if she didn't overreact to some of the comments to those who disagree with her. That is what we are here to expose. Listen up and read closely. In the past, Blake has made videos on religion, black women and black men, and black foreigners. Many people have questioned her judgment in the past, and sometimes when she tries to defend herself or finds herself in a corner, she begins hurling insults at the user. In this video we will present some of the comments and arguments made against her by other users and present BlakeBarbieDoll's arguments or comments to them. We will provide screenshots of the users as well as Blake's comments. That way Blake does not accuse us of lying. Because she loves to accuse people of lying and stalking a lot. Evidence does not lie. In the case that the screenshot comments are too small for you guys to read, we have provided clear subtitles of the comment verbatim so that you can read. Oh, and one more thing, Blake, don't accuse us of stalking you. If you are going to post ignorant comments on YouTube under your own videos, you are going to get backlash. Remember, we were also once your subscribers, so we will know a lot about what you write. This does not constitute as stalking. Let us begin. This first contradictory comment was made on her video entitled Atheists and the Devils Are Besties. Now Blake claims to be a Christian. There is nothing wrong with that, but there was a particular comment that set Blake off and make her comment in a manner unlike any other. Unfortunately, we could not find the comment the user said to Blake. It was deleted, but we did get Blake's response. Here is what she said. N-word girl. Are you serious? You say you're an advocate for black women. And why are you assuming that she's a black girl? Didn't you just say in previous comments that you don't like assumptions? Hypocrisy? What's that? These next few comments come from her video entitled The Doll Speaks on Jewish Men aka Hebrews. First off, we will acknowledge that Jewish people are indeed wonderful and have proven to be very successful and hardworking people. We do admire them highly for that. However, for those who know BlakeBarbieDoll, she, like Sergeant Willa Pete, who has a bad reputation for downgrading black women. Blake has a bad reputation for downgrading black men. She claims that she does this because black people need to hear what's going on to the problems in the community. And that when she speaks on it, black people don't want to hear about it because blacks don't want to hear the truth. Newsflash, Blake, black people have heard all the problems there is to know about our community. Saying these things over and over again makes you sound like a broken record player. We have all heard this before. Where are your solutions? Oh, yeah? You have none. You kind of have to act on a problem in order to fix it, then talk about it. Talking does nothing. Acting on it does. To sit here on YouTube and talk about black people's problems does not really help, and kinda doesn't make you any different from the other blacks, who are just sitting there. Anyway, here we go. This was from a user named Black Impressions, who was a little hurt because she was not acknowledging the black men. Now I'll admit that Black Impressions was too extreme on his comments. Blake's comments also don't help read, as two delusional people argue about their positions. Blake's reply. Blake, again, calling a BW the N-word. Why don't you replace those 9s with G's, because you are actually saying the whole word essentially. It's dim-witted to have to resort to name-calling in order to defend yourself. You are not 5 years old. Act like an adult. The next few comments are all from Blake. These are responses about her bragging about her education, putting down African women, and degrading women in general. Please read for yourself. Don't brag, Blake. Why are you trying to boost your ego? The person you're replying to may have also gone to a bigger college, perhaps even a top 10 school, but is choosing not to brag about it, because she doesn't need to use education as an ego boost. You're making assumptions again. Not only that, but you are calling another black woman an African. I think this was a vid response to her, a dirty girl, because she's from Ethiopia. Get out of here. I remember this Ethiopian girl was being ignorant in her video, but she was a troll, and you fell for her trolling, and by doing so revealed your true colors. Seriously, Blake? Really? Don't forget there are people out there doing hair and making millions, depending on their skill. Thanks for insulting the millions of people who do hair and love their jobs. Didn't you say that you have never stopped learning? Arrogance and ignorance. What's that? So these are the words you choose to call an Ethiopian mother. You say you were what again? A teacher. When you refuse to learn the cultures of other countries. Never mind the fact that Blake refuses to comprehend that citizens from all countries, yes including Europe, the continent she adores so much, are applying to come to the United States. Let's focus on Africa. Yay, why do you think people like Piers Morgan and Paul Hogan aren't going back to Britain or Australia very often? I'm sure they have pride in their country, but let's face it, America is a privileged country, and many people are working hard to get here. Aren't you the one who said you were still learning? then why aren't you reading, traveling, and learning again? This is not a video to attack, but rather expose Blake for the kind of person she is. You can't go around saying that you are for black women when you are calling them N-word girl. You have insulted African women, black American women, and the like for calling you out on your BS. Yet you are the first to show videos on African models like Iman and Alec Weck and British model Naomi Campbell as well as American Tyra on your videos to uplift them. It's too ironic and hypocritical. You are too arrogant for your own good. Here is something that you must understand. If you have more than one user making videos on you, or talking about you, not only black men, but black women as well, then it means that there is something wrong with your actions. You are always telling people that black people have a lot of work to do. But we think that the only person who has a lot to do is you, Blake. We as your former subscribers could never figure out why you are so angry and bitter against others, don't you see? It's because of black women like you that we have extremists like Tommy Sotomayor and Sergeant Willie Pete and his gang of black male followers making videos about black women and bringing us down. But what those extremists fail to realize too is that there will never be a clear winner of the black gender war. Why? Because it takes two genders to completely sabotage and ruin the reputation of a race, and to say that one gender caused more problems or is doing better than the other does nothing to solve the problem, for each gender in general, regardless of race, has their own problems, making this war moronic and pointless. But the final straw that broke the camel's back was your video you uploaded asking whether blacks needed or depended on whites to function. This is a question that is a very ignorant and racist question to ask. To ask if blacks needs whites is implying that black are so inferior and incapable of handling anything on their own that whites are the only ones who can handle the problem for them, which I'm sure is what you are thinking. We especially find this question insulting and useless, considering the fact that we as humans have needed to feed off each other in order to survive and make the human race progress. Look at the United States. Why do you think that it is considered one of the most privileged countries in the world? Humans just didn't get up and make it what it is today. People of all different racial backgrounds contributed to making it what is today. So if you are going to sit there and act as if black haven not contributed anything to society, especially the US, then I'm sorry, but you are ignorant. Black have helped create architecture, made food, and contributed a lot to music throughout history. So if you are one to think that black have always needed the help of Europeans, when it is in fact both Europeans and Africans who have both influenced each other up until this present day, then, sorry, we don't know what to say. Black inventors have always been swept under the rug, and it takes experienced historians to actually dig through and read about the underrated contributions they have brought to the US. You yourself have said that whites have all the power. So what is your problem? What we find to be the biggest irony is that you yourself are fighting hard to fight the stereotypes of black women. You block any video response that says anything negative about black women, and are constantly talking about how black women are not masculine, aggressive, and always promoting interracial dating, all of which have been proven to be stereotypes as well as the exposure of black women's issues. So why are you doing the same thing? It's hypocritical. We won't sit here and say that we like what the black race has become, but we will say that it is up to a black person as an individual to rise and shine and make the next generation progress. When it comes to finding mates, Blake, we noticed that you like promoting interracial dating, which is fine, but remember, regardless of race, a woman can get any man as long as she is a good woman. Yes, this also includes good black men. We had unsubscribed to you because of all of these reasons, Blake, and we want to warn others who subscribe to you to be mindful of the kind of person that they are watching.